Both Donald Trump and Joe Biden had town halls last night, and this video is primarily about Trump's town hall. I'll be addressing Biden's in another video, but when I watched both, and what you had here was two stark contrasts when it came to how each one of these town halls went. So Donald Trump's town hall seemed to be more like a debate between him and Savannah Gertine. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, yes, she pressed him. NBC did the right thing by pressing him. And now, Washington Post released an article, and they're like, oh, she pressed Trump so well that it took the heat off NBC for scheduling Donald Trump's town hall in the first place. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, whatever. Look, she did ask some good questions. I'm not going to lie. But honestly, a lot of what she did ask felt like she was trying to debate Trump. And in her defense, Trump seemed like he was trying to debate her as well. He makes a couple personal attacks against NBC and, during the thing. But there's this one particular segment where, it felt really, really, really messy, but really entertaining at the same time where, basically, Savannah presses Trump on his tax returns, and things got very, very interesting. So let's take a look at that clip, and then let's talk about it.
So if we get in, we're going to do the middle income tax package, but it's a great question. And if he comes along and raises rates, all those companies that are coming in, they will leave the U.S. so fast your head will spin. We can't let that happen.
On the subject of taxes, as you know, the New York Times has obtained, it says, years of your tax returns. Among other things, it says that you have debts of approximately $421 million that you have personally guaranteed and that will come due in the next 4 years. The question is, on behalf of voters, who do you owe $421 million to?
First of all, let me answer. What they did is illegal, number one. Also, the numbers are all wrong with the numbers they released. And just so you understand, when you have a lot of real estate, I have real estate, you know a lot of it, okay? Right down the road, Doral, big stuff, great stuff. When I decided to run, I'm very under-levered, fortunately, but I'm very under-levered. I have a very, very small percentage of debt compared, in fact, some of it I did as favors to institutions that wanted to loan me money. $400 million compared to the assets that I have, all of these great properties all over the world, and frankly, the Bank of America building in San Francisco. I don't love what's happening to San Francisco.
Well, do I hear you right? It sounds like you're saying $400 million isn't that much.
One of the biggest office buildings.
But are you confirming that, yes, you do owe some $400 million?
What I'm saying is that it's a tiny percentage of my net worth.
That sounds
and you'll see that soon because we're doing things, We've given, I think it's 108 or 112 pages of financial detail to elections. And, we have to file as the president, as any politician, you have to file. Nobody ever looks at that. When they do, they see how incredible the company is. But more importantly, they see where this debt is. No, I don't owe Russia money. I owe a very, very small. It's called mortgages. Yeah. People have a house, they put a mortgage.
Any foreign bank, any foreign entity?
Not that I know of, but I will probably, because it's so easy to solve, and if you'd like to do, I will let you know who I owe whatever small amount of money. I want to say two things. Number one, it's a very small amount of money. Number two, it's very straight. It's very, very straight. But it's a tiny percentage of the worth. Did you ever hear the expression underlevered?
Yeah.
I am extremely underlevered.
Well, here's the thing. You could clear this up tonight by just releasing your tax returns yourself. I mean, that's what I don't understand. I think people are just wondering.
As you know,
you're
I'm
the
under
only.
audit. It turned out that I am
yes,
under audit.
But the
they
IRS
actually
says
excuse me. No, but you
the
accused
IRS says that doesn't stop you from releasing.
You accused me of not being under audit previously, and so did other people at NBC. And I am under audit. So that was solved. That's good. I am under audit. No person in their right mind would release prior to working out the deal with the IRS. And I'll go a step further. I'm treated very badly by the IRS. They treat me very, very badly. You have people in there from previous administrations. They treat me very badly. But we're under audit. It's very routine in many ways, but we're under audit. They like to change the game, change the rules, do everything. You saw what they did with the Tea Party people. You saw what they did with the religious groups.
But to be clear, there is no law or rule that prohibits you from releasing your tax returns.
No, except common sense and intelligence and having lawyers that say, because I would love to release them, and as soon as we come to a conclusion, I will release them, and very gladly. But if you go to elections, and if you take a look, you'll see 112, I think it's 112. It talks about the income, which is rather massive. It talks about all of the properties. They have them listed. You can never learn more. But you know what happened? People went there. All the reporters went there. It was like a feeding frenzy. This was originally when I filed it. And I file it every year. I update it every year. My son is here. They run the company. I don't run the company.
It also says that you paid $750 in taxes in the year you were elected. Is that true or not?
That's a statutory number. It's a statutory.
But is that true?
I think it's a filing number. You pay $750. It's a filing or a filing fee.
Most people here probably pay more.
No, I don't know. I can tell you this. If they have my tax returns, as you know, they have to go to jail. It's illegal. But their numbers were wrong. But let me tell you what else. I don't owe money to any of these sinister people. This has been going on for years now. Russia, Russia, Russia. It turned out to be a hoax. And it turned out to be that Hillary Clinton and the Democrats were dealing with Russia, not me. It's a whole hoax. So I would not mind at all saying who it is, but it's a very small. When you look at vast properties like I have, and they're big and they're beautiful and they're well located, when you look at that, the amount of money, $400 million, is a peanut. It's extremely underlevered. And it's levered with normal banks. Not a big deal.
All right, let's take a break. We'll get more voter questions.
Why does it feel like he's debating the moderator and the moderator is debating him? First of all, Savannah Guthrie is the moderator. I did not come here to see Savannah Guthrie debate Donald Trump. She's not running for president. I did not come here to see Donald Trump debate her because she's not Joe Biden. Secondly, the question that they asked about the taxes, I'm not sure if, I believe that was a question that NBC came up with. I don't think that was a question that was submitted by a voter, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I will say a lot of people online, actually the New York Times put out an article fawning over this, and they're like, oh my God, she pressed Trump so hard. NBC is vindicated for having Trump's town hall on the night that Biden's town hall. They're vindicated because he got pressed. The American people got to hear the truth. Oh, stop it. Please stop. Just stop. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. The polls show that people do not care about Donald Trump's taxes right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic and people still are talking about this man's tax returns. I don't get it. And then it's he's arguing with her and throwing shots at NBC saying, oh, NBC is terrible. People like you said I was not being under audit, and I was under audit. Lies. But anyway, it's bro, this is clearly all done for ratings. And that goes to show you the problem with NBC and the problem with corporate media. Corporate media does not have any morals, does not have any values. All they care about is making money. And you might say, well, why is that a problem? Well, because then they don't report the real news. They don't ask real questions. They ask bullshit questions that will make people pay attention and listen to them and say, oh, wow, this is very entertaining. Instead of pressing him about the things that he actually needs to be pressed about. Number one. Number two, yes, all right, you should do good reporting, yes, if you're a reporter, right? But if you're a moderator, this is a town hall. This is for the people to ask their questions. This is not necessarily for you to press Trump. Now, I'm not saying that she shouldn't have pressed Trump at all. But I'm saying that everyone's fawning. Oh my God, Trump is getting pressed. And this is so amazing. That's not the purpose of a town hall. The only time you should be pressing him is on issues that the American people actually care about. And I'm not saying that Trump's taxes aren't a scandal or whatever, but if you look at the polls, people don't care about Trump's taxes. They care more about the stimulus. Like, can you guys press him a little bit harder on the stimulus? People care about healthcare, having healthcare. Can you press them about people who are losing their healthcare? Press them about stuff that matters. Like, you don't get political points from me or from anybody who actually cares about substance for pressing them on the taxes because it's so juicy. There are so many more important things going on in this world right now and in this country than Trump's taxes. The World Health Organization, and I can't remember, she may have pressed him actually on, she definitely pressed him on COVID, but I'm not, but she just pressed so hard on the taxes, man. It's like, look, whether he's scamming with his taxes or not, personally, I don't care. I care more about the fact that my mother could use a stimulus check because, she's not working her job right now, due to COVID. I care more about my friend's mother who got laid off from her job, or my friends who lost their jobs, or people who have to get furloughed or have to take pay cuts and now they can't afford their rent. That's what I care about. So press them on those things. Press them on the things that actually matter, please. And don't press them on petty stuff like taxes, man. Not that his taxes aren't important or it's not a scandal, but I mean, what billionaire hasn't done something, questionable with their taxes, okay? Let's deal with the issue at hand. If it was a regular time, if there was no COVID, if there was no high unemployment rate, if people weren't getting evicted, I would have no problem with this. But literally, people are getting evicted every day. The American people want to know about Trump's tax. The American people actually don't really give a shit, according to the recent polls. They don't care, okay? So, if you're going to press Trump, please press him on something that we actually care about. And also, the NBC, the town hall is not about you. It's not about your ratings. A town hall is about the people getting to ask questions to the president and to the potential president. Okay? That's what it's about. So, please, for the love of God, do your jobs. Now, as far as Trump, this guy's ridiculous. This guy feels like he can talk his way out of any situation ever. He's like, well, you see, I didn't release my taxes because, they're illegal implications. So it's illegal to release your taxes. Oh, no, it's not illegal, but it's dumb. Why would I do that? My lawyers told me not to do it. And, listen, any debts I owe, they're to American places like Bank of America. Bank of America in San Francisco. San Francisco's not the greatest city right now. The Democrats are messing it up. But, yes, I will release my taxes soon. As soon as I'm done being audited, which I am being audited. They say I'm not audited, but I'm audited. This guy can literally talk his way out of anything. Apparently, only it's not working now. This talking is not landing with the American people during the time of crisis. Now, like I said, I feel like the tax conversation is petty, but just to listen to him try to talk his way out of this, this man could literally be caught in bed with two 25-year-old models and have Melania walk in on him and he'll be like, well, see, Melania, I can explain. I was taking a shower and, I hopped out and there were these beautiful women in this bedroom. Beautiful woman. I said, oh my God, I must be in the wrong bedroom. And I said, I shouldn't be in here because I have a wife and her name is Melania. But, they said, oh, well, you can lay down, because it looks like you're tired and we'll just go to another room. And you see, we all just happen to be naked. And they laid right down next to me. I swear I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong. And, it's a shame that someone would lay next to a married man. And I, literally, I could literally hear him trying to explain himself like this. This man literally tries to talk his way out of every situation. But I don't think it's working this time around, with what's happening with coronavirus. People don't seem to be listening to anything he has to say. Now, his base, yes, like the woman behind him who was clearly a Trump supporter, woman in red. every time he explains something, she's just nodding her head fervently, like, "Oh yes, yes, this is correct. Yes, oh, it makes so much sense." You're not going to convince those people, which goes back to the whole pressing people thing. Like, these town halls are really supposed to be for swing voters. It's like, you're not convincing Trump's base that he's corrupt. You're just not. So, I'm not saying he's not, because he is. He definitely is. But you're not convincing him. And then you're pressing him on the money he owes in taxes. Why not press him on the Saudi Arabian companies who are renting his hotels and who are spending a lot of money on him? These are things that are happening. This is real corruption. Like, foreign countries who he's given things to and he's done things for, renting his hotel rooms so he can get more money and spending $50,000, $60,000 at Trump's hotel rooms. Like, this is not corruption. You don't want to. You know why? You don't want to press him on that because you all do that. Everybody does that in the press. Every single senator, every single president, for the most part, they all do things like this. Corruption is just expected in Washington, D.C. So you won't press them on real corruption. You'll press them on the taxes because you think it's a juicy story for ratings, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. So, this town hall, I felt like basically Trump avoided answering questions the entire time, and the host pressed him on things that didn't matter. That's what I got out of this town hall. And, maybe there was a couple good points that Trump made, or maybe it was a couple good things the host said. Maybe I need to watch it again for the 5th time. But from what I've seen, there was nothing of substance in this town hall at all. And NBC, they purely did this for ratings. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed. Trump, I got to give Trump the W. He got free press. He got a bunch of free press, a ton of free press. So, listen. Hopefully the next presidential debate is not like this. I'm pretty sure this was the last town hall for Trump and probably for Biden as well with his, we'll get to him in a minute. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully this does not happen again. And hopefully the next debate we get some real substance, but, I highly doubt it. So, that's pretty much all I have to say. I don't have anything else to say about this.